Imagine this, a remote African village terrorized by a ruthless gang. They were the law, their word was final, and fear was their currency. Then, one day, an evangelist named Mr. Mabala arrives. He's not backed by an army or police, just his unwavering faith and a message of hope. The gangsters saw him as a threat, a disruption to their control. They issued a chilling ultimatum: leave our village, or face the consequences. Mr. Mabala, however, wasn't easily intimidated. He looked them in the eye and declared he was there on a divine mission, and he would not be leaving. The tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. The gangsters, furious at this defiance, decided to make an example of him. They planned to ambush him during his crusade, a public display of their power. But Mr. Mabala continued his work, preaching with a courage that baffled the villagers and infuriated the gang. The first night of the crusade came. The air was electric with anticipation and fear. Everyone knew what the gangsters had planned. As Mr. Mabala spoke, his voice rang out with a power that seemed to transcend the physical danger he was in. The gangsters watched from the shadows, their moment approaching. After the service, Mr. Mabala and his small team had to cross a wide, fast-flowing river to get back to where they were staying. There was no bridge, only a small, rickety canoe. This was the moment the gangsters had been waiting for. They surrounded him at the riverbank, their faces grim, their intentions clear. There was no escape. The leader of the gang stepped forward and sneered, "Let's see your God save you now. If he is real, you will cross this river without the canoe." It was a challenge, a public test of faith designed to humiliate and destroy him. The villagers who had gathered held their breath, expecting the worst. What happened next is a story that has been told and retold in that village for years. Mr. Mabala didn't flinch. He simply knelt at the water's edge and began to pray. He didn't pray for a boat or for his enemies to be struck down. He prayed with a quiet confidence, a deep-seated trust that was almost tangible. He then stood up, looked at his team and said, "Let's go." He took a step, not towards the canoe, but directly onto the surface of the raging river, and his foot did not sink. He took another step, and another, walking on the water as if it was solid ground. His team, their eyes wide with disbelief and awe, followed him, step for step, across the river. The gangsters were frozen in place, their mouths agape. The weapons they held suddenly felt heavy and useless. They had just witnessed the impossible. The man they were about to eliminate had just defied the very laws of nature before their eyes. The villagers on the bank erupted, not in cheers, but in a collective gasp of holy fear and wonder. This wasn't a trick. It was a raw display of power they had never imagined. The gangsters, these hardened men who thrived on violence and intimidation, were completely undone. Their arrogance and fury melted away, replaced by a profound sense of awe and terror. They had challenged a power they couldn't comprehend, and it had answered in the most undeniable way. The next day, something even more miraculous occurred. The leader of the gang, the same man who had issued the challenge, appeared at the crusade. He wasn't there to cause trouble. He walked to the front, fell to his knees, and wept. One by one, the other members of his gang followed him. These men, who had been the source of so much pain and fear, were now publicly repenting, their hardened exteriors broken by the divine encounter at the river. They confessed their past deeds and asked for forgiveness, not just from God, but from the very villagers they had terrorized. The transformation was total and immediate. This event didn't just change the lives of a few men. It transformed the entire community. The cloud of fear that had hung over the village for so long finally lifted. The former gangsters became the most zealous converts, their energy once used for destruction now redirected towards building up their community. They became protectors of the church, their testimonies a powerful witness to the change that had taken place. Mr. Mbala's courage to share his faith in a hostile environment, backed by a powerful demonstration of divine intervention, brought a revival that no one could have predicted. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes, the greatest miracles happen when we have the courage to step out in faith, even when we're standing at the edge of an impossible river. Stories like this show us the incredible power of faith and courage. It wasn't just about a man walking on water. It was about the profound and lasting change that this act of God inspired in the hearts of those who seemed beyond reach. It reminds us that no situation is too difficult, and no person is too far gone for a transformation to occur. The courage to stand firm in your convictions, even in the face of extreme danger, can sometimes unlock miracles that ripple out and change the world in ways we can't even imagine. It's a testament to the fact that light can and does shine in the darkest of places. Thank you for watching this incredible story. If it moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more accounts of faith in action. What are your thoughts on this event? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, stay inspired.